So the Trump administration just decided to massively escalate with Venezuela. Take a look at this article from The Hill. Trump expands sanctions against Venezuela into full economic embargo. So this is an executive order signed on Monday that freezes all assets of the Venezuelan government and bars all transactions with that government unless they give you a very specific exemption. Now, I just want everybody to understand how extreme this is. First and foremost, the sanctions alone are really starving the country. And I mean that literally. So the sanctions alone are economic warfare. Now, to go this next step into a full economic embargo, just so you know what that entails, there's a naval blockade of the country right now. And it's been verified that the U.S. is seizing shipments of food that's going to Venezuela. We've heard nonstop for months, oh my God, Maduro is so evil, Maduro is so bad, his people are starving, he's starving his people. So on the one hand, we're screaming about, oh, we care so deeply about the Venezuelan people, they're starving, it's terrible. And on the other hand, we just seized a shipment of food going into Venezuela. It's almost like they don't really give a shit about feeding Venezuelans. It's almost like they're just trying to topple the government because they want access to Venezuelan markets. And as John Bolton admitted on Fox Business, it's not me saying it, it's him saying it. It'd be great for our corporations to get our hands on their oil. Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird that the two countries that were like trying to topple the government as vociferously as possible, they happen to have a tremendous amount of oil wealth? I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Imagine being that naive that you think that's the case. So, and this is the stuff that really is never covered in the hair on fire way it should be. But what we're doing in Iran it's a giant war crime. We have not allowed in medicine. So people are dying because they don't have access to their medicine. It was, I believe, the International Criminal Court which said to the U.S., hey man, I know you don't like Iran, but what you got to do is not seize their shipments of medicine because that's illegal and people are dying. So what do? We pulled out of the court and we scolded the court and we continued to block shipments of medicine into Iran. Now, I want you to flip the script, and if some other country did that to us, how would we react? Let's say China or Iran decided to block all medicine coming into the U.S. or whatever, food, whatever it might be. And let's say we didn't have the ability to make that here and we would ship it in, but they would block it. We would flat out call that an act of war. We wouldn't even say, oh, it's economic warfare. We would just say, no, that's just flat out war. You have declared war on us. You are committing war against us. You're trying to starve our people or take away our medicine and whatever it might be. And now we're going to fight. We do that to Iran. It's called Tuesday. We do that to Venezuela. It's also called Tuesday. We just do it. We don't think twice about it. Just do it. Because the whole point is strangle the governments, choke them off from the world, force regime change, pretend that you care about human rights and democracy as you're literally trying to control the government of another country. It's really grotesque, man. It's incredibly insipid. I mean, neither one of these countries, Iran or Venezuela, is going to attack us. Full stop. They're not threatening to attack us. They won't attack us. So we're not acting in self-defense. I know this is so obvious to a lot of you people, but just understand that some people are maybe stumbling across this video and they never thought about this and they're just learning about it now, and they might have a light bulb moment and go, oh shit, you're right. So this narrative of, oh, the U.S., we didn't do nothing wrong to anybody, Papa. We're just a good country, policeman of the world, and we mean well, Papa. That's all bullshit. That's all leave it to Beaver, puppies and rainbows, blow smoke up your ass nonsense. So we have the thuggish government. We have the neocon, bloodthirsty government acting illegally according to international law. And this whole time, this president pretends I'm in favor of law and order. Unless we mean international law, in which case I say fuck that and we get to do whatever the fuck we want. So just know, man, criminal government. And the stuff we're doing is totally inexcusable. So when they turn around and blame the Venezuelan government for everything, just know our concern is not what they're pretending it is. Care so much about the Venezuelan people. I can't believe anybody actually believes that, but not only do some people believe that, fucking mainstream media hosts like CNN hosts believe all this shit. They believe we hate Assad because we love the Syrian people. Yes. And they run with it as if that's true. And you're left having to come to places like this where I give you the basic facts like, oh yeah, the U.S. is blocking food from getting into Venezuela as we pretend like Maduro's so bad because he's not feeding his people. They're trying, man. See, this is what you get when John Bolton's running your foreign policy.